Yo, one people. Okay, so before we get back to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I thought it'd be a good idea to laugh at other people's misfortune. So this is 15 most awkward moments in talk show history. Probably not all 15 moments are going to make it through to the final video. So yeah, check the link in the description if you want to see the whole thing. But 15 awkward moments. So here's the thing, like we've all had times where things have not gone the way we'd hope and led to a very, very awkward situation. I think we've all kind of been there. So this isn't a case of saying, aha, look at them, that can never happen to me. This is more a case of, haha, look at them, that absolutely happened to me. Well, maybe not in the same way. They are celebrities. They live quite different lives than we do. So their awkwardness is different from our awkwardness, but it's all awkwardness. So anyway, let's press play and see what they gotta say.
This one you might not want to pet because they're spiky.
Oh my God.
Now.
Okay. Tyra fell over. We were rooting for you, Tyra. We were rooting for you.
What makes you think that Donald Trump does, or any people at all? Why don't we take a break? We'll come back and Kanye West.
All right, the thing is, Kanye West just might very well be a genius, but that don't excuse some of the things he's done over the years, including recent events. I'm just saying, he may very well be a genius. And I do believe that sometimes being a genius can come with its difficulties, especially being misunderstood, and that line between genius and madness can often get blurred. Being a genius or being really good at something don't excuse certain things.
I just try. Forgive me if this is rude. I just want to try one thing.
Okay.
Anton.
I think, I've seen this actually. This is just creepy. Like, I don't want to speak for Miss Aniston. Maybe they had it agreed beforehand. I don't know. But looking at it like this, like I've seen this clip before, that is just creepy. And assuming there was no prior agreement, then there is no excuse for that. Well, I guess the only excuse is they had a prior agreement. So one excuse for it. But outside of that, that is just creepy. Also, I know a few women who you even try to touch their hair and you can be pulling back a bloody stump. So, just saying.
Well, I was going to say. Yeah.
And Whoopi just let out a whoopee.
It's pizza. What do you mean? What is that?
No, but one side.
You haven't heard of a knife and fork? No?
You don't eat pizza with a knife and a fork.
Exactly, what are you talking about? Who eats pizza with a knife and fork? You mad?
He's English.
No, that's not. Don't put that on England. Don't put that on England. Nobody eats pizza with a knife and fork. Listen, you eat. Let me say something, yeah. If you go out on a date with somebody and you take them to a pizza shop and they start eating that pizza with a knife and fork, just walk away. They are not the one for you. Okay, they are not the one for you. No sane person eats pizza with a knife and fork. That's not an English thing. Don't put that on England. Jay Leno, don't put that on England. You eat pizza with your hands and it gets messy. It's supposed to get messy.
Well, no.
Cool,
I sort of.
Do they allow dogs at the hotel?
Aren't you supposed to let people talk on the show?
The way that I met Simon was they asked
Oh,
me
I've
to
seen
be
this
a
clip.
guest judge. Focus, Conan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's one of these things where it's like, it's rude to stare. You know it's rude to stare. It is difficult sometimes, let's be honest. When it's on display, sometimes it's just a little bit difficult to keep your eyes up. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to justify. I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying it could be a little bit difficult at times. And look, let's be real. Some of you ladies, you know what you're doing. Let's keep it all the way 100. Some of you ladies know exactly what you're doing, okay? Let's not pretend, I didn't realize I was gonna... You know exactly what you're doing. I'm not saying it makes it okay for a guy to stare at a girl's titties like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying some of you ladies know exactly what you're doing. All right. So this one apparently was staged.
It's tremendous.
Well, staged by him.
And
It was like a prank and stuff for a promo for a film or something.
More hip hop music.
Hip hop music. Any fun stories to tell us?
You know what? The thing is with it when it comes to these sorts of interviews, it's like, yeah, I mean that Wacky Phoenix one, that I know that was like it was like a prank or a parody or something. It was some kind of promo for a movie or something like that. I haven't seen a movie that it was for, but that was about, where he was just like doing these interviews and just purposefully being distant and weird and that kind of stuff. But then sometimes we see these interviews as it comes across. It just looks like somebody's there that doesn't really want to be there. And I guess I could understand you don't always want to do the interviews, you don't want to do the press junkets, you're tired, you've been asked the same questions multiple times or whatever, and then by the time you get to this one, no fault of the interviewer, you really just don't feel like you want to do it. So I do kind of understand, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, maybe just communicate that beforehand to say, hey, look, I don't want to be here, so can we just like not, can we just not? Because it's just so awkward when people are there. The energy's high on one side and then so low on the other side, and it's like, yeah, maybe just communicate certain things before the interview. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had any awkward moments, like awkward job interviews or awkward anything like that. I had one awkward job interview, actually. Well, I had loads, well, maybe a few, but one awkward job interview I had where I thought the interview went really well. In my mind, it was just for a sales job, so I wear a suit and everything else, and and I thought the interview went really well, and I'm kind of walking away and saying goodbye at the end of it, thinking I did pretty okay. And as I'm coming out of the building, I realized there's a massive tear on the back of my sleeve. So I had this suit on, but as it was ripped up, and I was like, oh mate. Because he would have seen that as I'm walking away. He was standing right behind me, so he definitely would have seen that massive tear in my sleeve, just me wearing a suit with a rip down it. It was like, okay, yeah, I probably don't present myself too well. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you've had any awkward interviews or awkward moments like that. And let's be honest, guys, do you stare? And ladies, do you sometimes, so maybe not all the time, but do you sometimes want them to stare? Let's keep it real on that one. All right. Anyway, drop your suggestions, recommendations in the comments. Send them through and I see what I can do. Like, share, subscribe, because we're doing this till you get me, fam. Got more videos on the screen. Check out my other channels as well. Just start a new podcast. So yeah, check that out. Be much appreciated. But that's going to be it for the minute. So guys, until whenever, if ever, peace.